Good morning, good morning. How is everybody? I see Velrock out in the chat there. Good morning. It is Saturday morning, and I'm ready to make some maps. Now, I'm not entirely sure what kind of map I want to make, but I think we'll get that. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out at some point. I am curious. So look at this. This is wild. This is a cool one. I like this a lot. Good morning, Clueless. How are you? Good morning, good morning. Has everybody had their breakfast this morning? Eating their Wheaties? Because Lord knows, breakfast is a very important meal. One which I tend to skip on Saturdays. Let's see. See, this one is wild. This one must have taken whoever did this forever. And it's not even really much of a battle map. It's just like I think it's more of a regional or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but they did some crazy stuff here, and I really like this. I've always been impressed by this one. Just the layers. You did have a couple of sausage sticks? Okay, that'll work. You know what? That'll work. You want to know something? I've never actually had Wheaties. Not once. I always thought that, it was, the whole thing with Wheaties and their stuff is just shallow and pedantic. Now, Zaku, this nonsense is me looking at other people's work and wishing I was good enough to create it. But eventually, I will come up with an idea that hopefully will allow me to put together a map. It is like an onion in that way, yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Or parfaits. Or cakes. Everybody loves cakes. Cakes have layers. Oh, man. See, I like this one because they have this biological growth here. It's pretty cool. It's like deep space mining facility, and they ran into some sort of biological growth that ends up, killing people. Look at my cars. What cars? By the way, how are you, Dave? Yeah. If only, Dave. If only I made this map. I did not. Turns out there are people who, strangely enough, are far more talented than even I. But I tell you what, why don't we do this? Let's have a look through what we've got here, and we'll just see what we can work with here, shall we? I would never lie to you, Dave. I would never lie. Not to you. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right, we're just going to take a gander at what all we've got to work with. I've gone back into the sci-fi pack to see if maybe they have... see if maybe they've added some more assets, giving me a little bit more to work with. Oh. You know what I would really like for them to do? Don't lie to the ones you love unless it would hurt their feelings too much. I couldn't lie to Dave. A man of the cloth. How could I ever possibly lie to Dave? I like how you guys are basically almost having a conversation between two different platforms. That's crazy. What I would really like for them to do is add some modern assets. And by modern, I don't mean... Obviously, I don't mean sci-fi. I mean, add some stuff that we might see in the real world. Some, you know, actual computers, some modern furniture, some modern vehicles, modern building assets, modern decor, as it were. A surgical hammer. Interesting. Okay. We're just... I mean, some of these cars could be modern, but they've all got a little bit of a cyberpunkish feel to them. Yeah, retro sci-fi. Yeah, YouTube chats are populating. Okay. I think maybe I've got a bit of an idea. Nothing crazy, but let's see. Yeah, my face is quite distracting, isn't it? I can't help it, man. You know, you try to be all nonchalant and unassuming, and it just sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, man. You know what I mean? Let's see. Hmm. Tell you what, why don't we color under... We're just going to color underneath of this here. And I think I might... Oh, man, I'm not sure if I want to use that wall. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the classic whole inside and outside of a diner type situation. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, YouTube's delay is insane. That's a glass barrier. Okay, I'm trying to think about the layout of a building. So we might have entryway here, right? So let's do just a little entryway here. And then you walk in, maybe you've got your bar over here. Of course, the kitchen is usually behind the bar, so why don't we put... I've got a particular building in mind when I'm thinking about this here. Let's see. Why don't we do this? We're gonna put the entryway close to the center, and then we're gonna have a bar over here, and then perhaps back over here. There's going to be perhaps a kitchen. That's a good question there, Dave. Great question, actually. I have no idea. Let's see. Let's put ourselves a grid on here. See, because I don't think this needs to be that big. We got like 30 or 40. Like 30 or 40 rows and columns here. But at the very least, it'll help us get everything lined up. Oh no, I was just thinking of I wasn't even thinking about this building. Or about Dexter's. I was thinking about my local Longhorn Steakhouse. Armory doors. Good Lord, Dave, I can't escape it. I can't escape it. What's up, 40 Viking? How's it going, man? How's it going? How's it hanging? It's got graffiti all over it. I don't need graffiti on it. Ooh, that's a good question. So Longhorn Steakhouse versus Texas Roadhouse versus Outback Steakhouse. So Outback, I don't have a local Outback. I've been to Outback like once. I will say their bloomin' onion is phenomenal. I don't really have a fair comparison here because I've not had the steak at Texas Roadhouse. But honestly, I think I'm going to go with Texas Roadhouse just in general because I don't usually get steak when I go out to eat because I save that for, if I'm going to pay that kind of money, it's going to be like a special occasion. So in general, I think Texas Roadhouse because the rolls are almost literally to die for. I would write home about them. I would. Whether it hangs left or right. Are you talking about, and here, okay, so James Davis always pops into Sevy's chats and always accuses me of being lewd. Always me. How am I lewd when I look in the chat and good old Dave over here is talking about hanging left or right? Hey, what's up, Biggles? Of course I missed you. Of course. I think the scale needs to be turned down just a tad. Fill that in a little bit. Okay, okay. Oh, man. I said, how's it hanging so long ago? I completely forgot I even said that. I know, Biggles. I know. I know. I'm right there with you, my friend. Let's see. See if we got anything that might work for this here. Let's see. Countertops. They're black. Why are they black? You have a mind of Sevi you never forget. Well, Sevi self-admittedly doesn't listen. She said it herself. I'm not saying they can't be black. I would just like a little bit more variety is all. Diversity, if you will. We all like diversity, right? So what if I am colorist? I want nice mahogany. I want a nice mahogany bar. Something classy. Is that too much to ask? I don't think so. I don't think that's too much to ask. Man. Spoiled for choice here. It's pretty close. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's about 35 feet across. So this will be a bit of a smaller area, a smaller restaurant. That's all right. No, I never go to the bar. Never ever. I never ever go to the bar. Used to. But then my friends started having kids, and they don't go to the bar as much, so I don't go to the bar as much. Only every once in a while. There's a bar around me that's actually, it's more family oriented. They've got a nice like outdoor seating area with a fenced in quote unquote yard where kids can just run around and you can bring your dogs and stuff like that. So if my buddies go to that bar, then I will go. But what's up, Shadow Warden? How's it going? Let's see. Let's do... Oh, good Lord. Let's see. Yeah, better call him. I'm on the loose. Hmm. Yeah, they don't have anything for a bar. A little bit of variation here. Have them turned at different angles. Let's see. Oh, I appreciate that, Biggles. Thank you for your, I'm glad that I'm good background noise. I imagine this stream would also be pretty good for going back to sleep too. Scrappy Doo is awesome. I could take or leave Scrappy. Honestly, Scrappy was in the overall scheme of things, Scrappy was inconsequential. Creatures, aliens. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I do appreciate the debate in chat, though. That is true. He is no Lucky Golden Tail. There is no replacement for Lucky Golden Tail. That's the thing. I feel like that's an unfair comparison. I'm so confused with this asset that doesn't make any sense to me. You know, the more I look at this, the less and less I like the idea. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like disenchanted with the idea of making a diner right now. You know what I mean? You ever get an idea and you just like, you start working on it and you're just like, I've had better ideas. That is true. Yeah. You can't, whatever, you can say a lot about Lucky, but he was not a pussy. Anytime you do anything. Yeah. I hear you. There's a certain mode that I gotta be in to get really, really creative. And honestly, I think I had too many beers last night. And I only had, well, I had too many beers. I had 4 beers, but they were the 16-ounce beers. And it's a different kind of beer than I'm used to. So, the juices aren't quite flowing yet. They're not quite flowing. And, you know, just in general, like, I'm not the biggest fan of the sci-fi assets here. Because it seems like half the time what I'm looking for is not available. So let me try something else here. Okay, maybe we're cooking with grease now. We'll see. Be getting a lot of rain there, Dave? Well, I'll tell you what, we haven't had rain in about a fortnight. Let's see. How would they build this? So I think basically what we would have is let's go back to sci-fi. Yeah, not a big fan of sci-fi role playing. You know, I'm mixed on it. Like, there's a couple of sci-fi games that I want to run. But I feel like I don't know. It's easier to suspend your disbelief. Not that you have to really suspend a whole lot, or that suspension of disbelief is much of a issue in tabletop role playing, but I find that it's easier to make a world and a story that's actually convincing and compelling when it's like fantasy, you know? Oh my god. 180 degrees. I'm an idiot. Okay. I forgot all about my angles. Oh, we don't want that there. What am I doing? It's right in the way of the door. Good lord. Yeah, I feel like the essence of I hear you, Dave. I feel like the essence of Star Wars just Oh, sorry, I'm going back up in the chat. It feels like that sounded like bait. Uh I feel like the essence of Star Wars is definitely more fantasy than it is sci-fi. I mean, it's sword fights and magic. It's just that the sword fights are with sabers made of light, created by magical crystals and stuff. Like they went and they just had to explain why people had the Force and who the Force was available to. People with midichlorians and stuff, which with my own tendencies, I might tend to over explain, but yeah, it's space fantasy, not really sci-fi unless you count the books. Well, yeah, that's kind of what Dave's saying. The extended universe kind of turns it into a sci-fi universe as opposed to a space opera or a space fantasy. Yeah, space wizards with light swords is basically what it is versus an empire who has access to weapons of great power. It's like it's very similar to Lord of the Rings in a certain way, because it's basically natural ways versus industrial. You know what I mean? Like you have Jedi, which are kind of naturally predisposed to certain powers of the universe. And then you have the Empire, who comes in and they basically mow everybody over with the creations of man or alien. But the Empire is mostly human anyway. Elevators. Yeah. I honestly, I don't really know anything about the Star Wars extended universe. And I've only seen the Star Wars movies a handful of times. It was, just to be completely honest, and I'm going to get lambasted in the chat for this. Don't get me wrong. I love the Star Wars movies. but they never really grabbed me enough to make me want to come back to them over and over and over again. Yeah, exactly, Dave. I figured as much, Dave. I figured as much. Oh, I know what I was doing. Oh, good lord. Dave. Yeah, I mean that's a common. Yeah, Sir Clues, I agree. That's kind of a common trope in a lot of different stories. You know, the way that things were made naturally versus the imposition of uh, human innovation. There was a pretty interesting video that Sargon of Akkad did about Jurassic Park, of all things. And his argument was basically pretty similar in that uh, the new movies have kind of lost the plot as far as, you know, how Jurassic Park was always about the kind of the folly of man and playing with the uh, natural life cycles, toying with them in such a way that they had lost control in ways that they didn't actually understand. Like they understood the science of it, but they didn't understand kind of the I don't know about the meaning of it, but the ramifications of messing with it. Oliver is definitely not attracted to his sister. All right. He admires her lust for blood. Sure. But, yeah. And it makes me wonder, you know, all of this talk about AI and how we don't understand it fully and we don't have guardrails on it and how it could easily take over, you know, the human race. And you know, I'm sure that probably is the case. You know, it definitely could take over the human race, but it's not something that I think that the powers of the universe and the powers of nature will. I mean, it's always there's almost a supernatural element to it in that I think it definitely could adapt and overcome uh, anything, regardless of what it is. Like, like I've got plants that are growing in my driveway. Basically, you can have just like a little indenture in your driveway that's 1/8 of an inch deep, and plants will find their way in there and they'll start growing. There's no dirt in there. It's just a little indenture that maybe some seeds got caught in, and plants will start growing. Yeah. Yeah, Ready Player One. It's definitely, I mean, it's not a new theme by any stretch of the imagination. You don't know a single character's name in any of the Jurassic Park? Oh, Biggles. You should at least watch, if you haven't already seen the first Jurassic Park, and I think The Lost World is worth a watch too. 3 is questionable. It's not great, but it's got William H. Macy in it, and I'm a fan of William H. Macy. Skip 2 and watch 3 instead? I don't know, man. Ian Malcolm as the main character? I can't watch the first one and just stop. Yeah, I mean, I can get behind that sentiment. But if you're going to switch 2 for 3, nah. Nah. Yeah, nobody cares about Dodson, that's for sure. That is faux show. Oh, oops. Did not mean to click that button. This is why I'm not good at first-person shooter games, because I am not precise with my clicks. Let's see. Back. Oh, 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 oh. Just want a random vegetable. Got all this stuff over here, and then we got to have a plating station, right? Makes sense that that would be there. Let's see. Let's do another table, and let's put it over here on the other side of that, and then we'll just do let's see. Ba ba ba. Okay. And like silverware, maybe? No? Dining? No. Type in forks. What? Oh, no. I thought they had like they should have like a container full of silverware, but silverware is not a tag that they're using. Okay. I tell you what, your boy has got to pee real bad. All right. So I'm going to go pee, and I'll be right back. back, and you know, I really need to work on this transition because I just set it up this morning and I did not work on the timing of it. So yeah, it's wow, it's late. Let's see. Do. Plating station. Did Moss work in a restaurant? No, I actually did not work in a restaurant. I've worked in food service for 1 day over the course of my adult life. And here, I'm going to change songs for you guys because I think the same song has been playing for about an hour. So we'll go with this one because it's nice and sad. Get you all depressed. No, I went and I washed dishes, filling in for somebody at a restaurant my buddy worked at the time. And it was miserable. I hated it. I hated it so much. And I swore that I would never do it again. A restaurant. Ha. No. No restaurants for Old Moss. I feel like there needs to be like a... You need a swinging door. Oh, cutlery. That's the word I was looking for. Cutlery. There we go. This is what I was looking for, baby. Yes. Another couple up here, maybe. I'm realizing now that this kitchen just is not big enough. There needs to be a dishwasher. Ah, there's no dishwasher asset. Okay, I can maybe... Hold on, let me see. Maybe I can use one of the refrigerators to look like a dishwasher. Yeah, here we go. This looks close enough to be a dishwasher, right? that's close enough to being a dishwasher. Actually, so here recently, Clueless, I've actually been using tracks that I subscribe to Tabletop Audio on Patreon, and I've just been using his tracks that he puts together. Because I like them because they're like 10 minutes long, and they fit a particular mood, and they're not just like songs. And I found that, for the most part, a lot of the like channels that I would use on other streams would have ads in it, and then I would forget about it, and because I might not necessarily be listening to the same thing you guys are. And then there'd be ads playing during the video. And so I just started using the stuff I've got saved on my computer. Tavern Winch. All right, I'll check that out. Mm. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. I need stamps. I wonder if they have a mat. Hmm. Hmm. No. Eh, too furry. We don't want that. We want probably, actually, I bet this would be a better fit. Oh, dagnabbit. Oh, hello, Nomi. Oh, thank you for the gifted chrysanth. Wow. Thank you for the sub, Nomi. Man, everybody's coming in hot. We got Grape, we got JJ, we got Darth Dave, we got a feline named VJJ. Good morning, chrysanth. Looks like you got a sub from good old chrysanth. What do we say when we get something from somebody, Nomi? I think I looked in the shelves here earlier and I wasn't super impressed with everything that they had. But that's all right. That's all right. I think... You know, I just like to give you a hard time, Nomi. Hmm. You like to give... Oh, good Lord, know me. There's no escape from your constant innuendos. Let me see if I can find... What? Oh. They are innuendos, Nomi. You cannot escape... No. There's no questioning that you are the innuendo master. Oh, they won't go any smaller. Dang it. Trying to find something to mask this corner here. Good Lord. Buh. All right. Shoo. Hey, cheap viewers. Thank you for that. Ugh. I guess I'm going to have to go out and, ban a bot. Xander Williams over on the Twitch side. How's it going, man? Gotta find a turlet. Oh, Nomi, you might need to watch how much you drink. You did. You did. You had plenty to drink, Nomi. Oh, Alaska Jeff is working on the new Star Wars intro? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Let's see. We need bathroom sinks. Bathroom sink with a... I don't know if we're gonna work. If we're gonna need a mirror or not. Everything's got lights on it. We don't need lights on everything. Oh. See if they have hand... Nope, no dryers. They don't have hand dryers? Buh. I just started this bathroom. Chrysanth. You were disappointed that I was sauced like I said I would? Well, I told you. And I wasn't that sauced. I only had a couple. What other games do you mostly like it? I'm not really sure what you mean. How is... I know that they're... Oh my god, the keywords. They need to work on the keywords, man. Because I know that there's toilet paper in here. I've used it before. There. This is a cheap restaurant that keeps toilet paper on the back of the toilet instead of on a little holder thing. Towel. Still kind of waking up. I need a breakfast burrito. Yeah, what breakfast burrito does sound good. But your boy here needs to quit eating so much garbage and go to the gym more often because, oh, man, getting soft. Getting soft. And we don't like being soft. Find a good door for this. I don't know. Do you like which other game? I still don't know what you mean, man. Like, what other games do I like to play? Um, I mean, it didn't. I don't know, all kinds. Just no sports games. Not a fan of sports games, unless it's like a UFC game. But I haven't played a UFC game in like years and years. That looks weird. Weird looking door. Dag nabbit. There we go. I think we got it. I think we got it. Oh, it's right there. Hold on. There we go. Oh, you can adjust it afterward. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Crisis averted. Let's go and do... Yes, dagnabbit indeed. I mean, it's kind of my catchphrase at this point, right? I don't think that... It's not a moss stream if there isn't at least one dagnabbit thrown in there somewhere. Retro tiles, huh? Do we want to throw some retro tiles in there and make this bathroom completely hideous? Yeah, buddy, we like our bathrooms ugly. Hell yeah. Thanks, I guess? I've never been objectified before. It feels weird. Let's see. Here, I'll change the song for you guys because I think this one's been going on for a little while too. Let's see. What do we want? 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 Let's do something a little bit, Here, we'll do this one. This is a good one. Adventure begins. All right. Let's see. So we got kitchen, we got bar, we got bathroom. Probably need to do some stuff over here because this feels a little bit empty. I feel like they need I feel they need something, but I'm not sure. We're gonna need some tables and booths. Let's see. Wait a minute. Wait. Where was that? No. Yeah, it's weird. They put the train stuff in the fantasy. Would you like to hear the story behind why I started going to the gym? If it's anything like me, you started going because you thought that women would care about it. And it turns out they really don't. They really don't. As long as you're not, you know, gross. They really don't care about it. When you start going to the gym, you go in thinking that women are going to pay more attention to you, and you find out the hard way that it's really only other men that pay attention to you, saying, "Oh, dude, looking good. Nice pump, dude. Did you just get 3 plates?" "Yeah, bro. I got 3 plates. What of it?" "All in a day's work." Out. Let's see. I need to find tables and chairs. This is a restaurant, for goodness sakes. Some good, see, all the tables in here have, like, lights and all that stuff on it. We don't need no lights. Like, look at all these lights. Just want a standard table. I mean, honestly, I could just use this wooden cutting board asset as a bunch of tables. Just blow them up. See, when you blow them up like that, I don't know if I like the texture. Now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, no. Find something else. Let's see. All right. What time is it? All right. You know what? We got a little bit done. We got a lot to go, though. We got a lot to go because I think what I want to do is I want to go... Definitely want to go around the outside. I want to get a little bit of the parking lot. And then get just some details on the outside and stuff. spend a lot of time on this kitchen. We always spend a lot of time on kitchens, it seems. But I think because your boy is getting hungry and he's got to eat something, and then I got some stuff I got to get done for some future projects that I'm working on. So be on the lookout for some announcements. Let's see. There's not really a whole lot that I can tell. Man, you know, I wouldn't know the first thing about designing restaurants. But I may or may not have use for something like this in the middle to near future. So, you know what? If nobody's going to use it, I will. And plus, you know how hard it is to find modern setting battle maps? I mean, it's not super difficult, but fantasy is just so much more prevalent, obviously. So let that be a hint to you for the project that I am currently working on, is more of a modern setting, and I'm pretty excited about it because it's a very unique. It's a unique setting, unique world, and lots of crazy things going on. So let's see. I'm working on getting that written, and then as soon as I get that written, I think we're gonna create some characters, and yeah, we'll start filming. But we are currently filming yet another show for you guys, so we'll probably have 2 shows going congruently, hopefully, and then you know, we'll have some more content going on the YouTube side. And in the meantime, I will continue streaming on Kick, Twitch, all that good stuff. Let's see. Oh, we got a story here. I used to really love a girl. I would talk to her all day on the phone and didn't even work because I was always thinking about her. She betrayed me and left me alone. I became very depressed later. A friend helped me understand things. I got a job and also started going to the gym. Now I'm doing much better and still going to the gym regularly. That's fantastic to hear. Everybody needs to go to the gym. Including me. I need to go to the gym today. It's just, you know, legs. I got leg day here pretty soon. I think I'm going to switch it up, honestly. I think I'm going to switch it up to do full body again, just because it's not so taxing on one single muscle group. You know what I mean? So, like, a lot of times when you go and you do leg day, the second day after that, it's like, it's a struggle to move. It's a struggle to get up and walk around. And I've heard and read some things that basically said, you know, you don't have to hammer down on one group, on one muscle group on one day in order to achieve maximum results. Like you can do, you know, you can do 4 exercises in one day versus 1 exercise over 4 days and get the same results. So long as you're working the muscle and you're stretching it and stressing it and putting it time under tension and all that good stuff. So I think that's what I might do. And it might, I'm the kind of person that needs to shake things up pretty often in the gym, or else I get bored, because I'm not trained to be a power lifter, guys. You know, I just want to stay in relative shape, and I don't have time to go out and be a bodybuilder or anything like that. So anyway, I go off on these diatribes. But I tell you what, your boy's hungry, and I got a meeting I got to get to. Well, not immediately, but I got some stuff I want to go to eat. I want to go to the gym, and then I got a meeting I got to get to. So with that, be on the lookout for other things going on in our little sphere here on the internet, which I'm very excited about, and I think you guys are going to enjoy. And also, I mean, obviously I'm on Moonskull all the time. I'll be on Moonskull later today. And with that, I guess I'll just bid you all adieu. Auf Wiedersehen, Gesundheit, and God bless.